You know how I like to get these evening shots. So it's Wednesday evening. Got a star up there. No, it's not a plane tonight. I don't see any planes anywhere. But the sun's still throwing a little bit up underneath the light clouds. And, wait for it, wait for it. Yes, there's still some frickin' chemtrails in the sky too. There's our moon coming up through the trees. I always love seeing a silhouette like that. Anyway, it's cold out here. It was 31 when I came in from feeding and watering, and that's been a while ago. It was still daylight then. But they had to come out, so I'm going back in where it's warm. Rainy says I'm slow this morning. Red says, screw you, I'm scratching my back. We got clouds. We got wind. Flag doesn't know what to do. The wind's actually coming off my left shoulder. And now it's coming off into the left side of my face. It must have something to do with, coming through there or coming through there. Or it just comes over there. Anyway, apparently every school in the county's closed. I don't know if they got snow up at Brooke and Matt's and Ty and Maury's or not. I just know that at 5:30 the decision was made. Is you bringing Blakely out, and the decision was made, no, we're not going to risk it. So that's what I know there. And the pups were needy last night. Ty actually let them out quite a few times, and I let them out twice. Dragging my butt this morning again. Dragging my butt this morning to the point that, she didn't want to get up after all. To the point that I am very late to feed. Oh, that's why she wanted to get up. She's giving a turd birth. And yet, still no new babies. I think I said it yesterday. I think them bulls, they must have been partying somewhere. Hiding in the trees and partying away from the girls. Either that or they're swing a little and God knows what way they went. But nom. Down there chewing. Anyway, I'm going to get my feeding done. Get back in. It is warmer than I expected it this morning. It's 27. Of course, could change. But the amazing thing is 46% humidity this morning. That's the lowest we've seen it in a while. Talking with Ty before I came out, she goes, I told her, I said, well, yeah, it was like 86 yesterday. And she goes, well, when I looked at it, it was 94%. Yeah. It's pretty much the lowest first thing in the morning. Unless it's raining like hell. Wind in the face again. So, anyway, that's enough gabbing. I got to get to work before I get cold standing out here. Puppies coming out. They get to experience some snow. If you look really hard, you might see some white flakage. Guys just delivered the stove just so we can get the racks. Then they had to call their dispatch and say, they don't want us to take the stove out of where it's at. They just need the racks. Can we do that? Sure, okay, do it. And while they were here, it was just starting. It's still just starting, but that's come down the hill a long ways. And it's getting more. And I haven't even made it to shut that gate yet. Obviously, I got to kick somebody out of there. I should do that while this is filling. Finish this one, and I still got to feed and water the back barn. So, anyway, y'all know how that goes, right? Hey, that gate opens a lot easier than yesterday morning. I think I've mentioned it before. There's grease. There's two deals on there. Grease Grease don't do so good. Hey, lady, you need to come out of there. I don't want to walk through here to get her out. It's easier to do this if she'll cooperate. That would have been the red tag cow that I bought. Out. Out. Go. Shoo. Not that way. That way's kind of mucky this morning. She's going to be a pain in my butt. I didn't want to have to hose my shoes off this morning. Get out. Yeah, too late now. I need some with highway tread on them, that way they don't pick up all the junk. I ended up there with Becky and dealing with those guys. The one guy had to go in and take pictures. See, look, here's stove in place, here's racks and stove, we're done. And, come on, Gate, you're supposed to finish following me. And the other guy had to get the stove back in. I didn't do much. He was trying to get it rocked back on the hand truck, and sitting on a slope, it just wasn't going to happen. So he was up on the lift gate and give it a little nudge for him, and then moved a box that I could reach out of the way for him. So, but we'll see what we get later. All I did was go in and have breakfast. No, did a little more than that. Had to go hide. Blue, shut up. I think he's barking at every single snowflake that comes down. And Becky let the pups out while I was in the little office. Of course, no video of that. They weren't out here very long. It's enough that I'm packing it. I can hear it crunching and feel it underneath my feet. So, instead of feeding bales, hey, Becky texted me earlier, said I left lights on in the feed barn. I did. Figured they're going to be out there again anyway. I am going to go ahead and clean feed barn. Then feed bales. John Deere's plugged in. Hopefully by the time I'm done, it'll start. A little Cosby juice will help that if it doesn't want to right away. Because I need to get a couple sets of bales off that other section in there, and I can't do that very well with the skid steer. It's too high and sitting on too much of an angle, and yeah, it's way too tippy, and I really don't want to do a backward somersault in the skid steer. I've never done it, and I never plan on it. So anyway, come out here, get the feeders unhooked and swing the gates the other way. And yeah, we got half or 3/4 of an inch already. So, and I'm probably going to have to use the pusher because I don't know which bay I'm going to go out, but I probably will anyway. And I put my muck boots on because I didn't want to get my other ones full of manure and then not be able to go in the house. So I really don't want to have to hose them off. Well, we have a robin. Seems a little early for robins, but we have a robin. Finished feeding and watering. Went in and had breakfast. Doesn't look like much out there because that grass is 6-8 inches tall. Oh, we got like 3/4 of an inch already. And I just walked out here. I'm going to clean feed barn. Seems a little early to see one of them here. Like month and a half early. But I walked in here and the robin was talking to me. Unhook feeders. Open gates. I'm playing the shit today. Oh yeah. Earlier was 27 degrees and 46% humidity. Now it's 25 degrees and 92% humidity. Feels colder now. Maybe that's why the robin's so puffed up. Look, snow tubs. There's actually about an inch of snow in those. Got a little bit of out there, so when we get wet next week, it won't be a slop right here by the gate. And yeah, it's still coming down. Kind of hard to see my tracks here. There's 3 sets of tracks coming in and out of that gate. 3 or 4 in and out of that one, and I can kind of make them out. I put everything out the end hole. And I don't need to put the pusher on. What was in here was dry enough with enough hay in it. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me when I get over here, but I've done it before in the past too. If it's dry enough and there's enough hay, fill this in with that and it'll bridge over it. You just got to patch it up every now and then to get this thing through. And that's what I did. I wanted to get it to roll on out to the wall, but it didn't do it. I got to dig that one out like these are. And the biggest reason for digging these out is 1, that won't come back through. 2, it leaves the stuff on the edge of the place to go. And 3, our 2 different roof lines are offset because the Torvie, the original roof, is all in with ring shank nails, and there's a double rope. There's a double 2x there. And the other is, of course, the material we get now, so it's tucked underneath it. A steeper roof wouldn't have been as big of a deal. It's like 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches a lap. But you're also 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches difference in roof height. We had to slip under it. And it has always been an issue. If it's just raining, it's fine. But our wind comes from that direction. It blows right up underneath, and it rains all along these digs. Mainly that one, this one, this one. These 2 are right apart. And we have done everything to seal between those 2. I mean, there's probably 52 with caulking. There's expansion foam, so we can back it up before we caulk. Blackjack, you know, all the good stuff. The only thing we haven't done is Flex Seal. That's the only thing we haven't used up there. Anyway, I'm going to dig this one out, finish getting feeders put in place, get some nails in here. And I'm sorry I didn't put the camera up in the mouth to try to show anything. My fingers are freezing down here. We're going up on the exhaust before I put the camera back on. Well, block heater did its job. It's not dead cold, but the battery's down a little. So that's on boost. It's turning it over and then clicking. So sit here, wait a minute or 2, and I can move 4 bales over there, and all 4 of them are, well, 3 of them are going in for the cows. The bottom one probably has a little dampness on the bottom of it, so that'll go over for the yearlings. And then I got to get a couple more because I'm pretty much out of small bales in the front barn. I need some for those cows and calves at the big maternity pen. Yay, me! Well, Bandit seems to love the snow. These 2 were running with him, but they decided to come over here. I think they're pussies. It got cold.
I'll go to the other door and I'll throw it away.
But you can see how they've torn it up here in the yard already. That's just from like 5 minutes. Ty was going to throw a toy out the other door so they'd go out and play again. And, oh yeah, I did a bunch of moving stuff around and I dug that blade out. I think I'm going to take a piece of PVC pipe and slit it and slip over the cutting edge. That was just a straight push, but you can see some chatter right there, and that's how the whole thing was. And part of it is because I can't get the blade frame close enough to the ground. You know, little things I wished I'd have known. I got to tip it to get it down, and that's just not the same. And yeah, they wussied out. He's got snow on his nose. Blakely has apparently been having fun at home too. Brooke sent a few videos of her playing in the snow. So.
Well, yeah, she got to see More.
Oh yeah, and she got to go down to see Maury, and it must be time to refresh blankets.
Yeah.
They've been doing good in their crates instead of in the other pen. But anyway, I don't know if I'll get any more video or not. I'm just trying to get up enough oomph after a late lunch to go out and find me a piece of PVC pipe and do something there. I mean, I know that's what a lot of people do. So, definitely worth a try. I don't even know if I still have the feet that I took off of it, and they were so flimsy I don't think much of them. I mean, the PVC pipe won't do any good for like where I did there, because I'd already made at least a dozen trips back and forth, and I was working on hard pack. But then they're talking tonight, freezing rain, and then back to snow, and it'll probably all be gone by Sunday.
I am bored out of my fucking mind.
And she's bored. She got to make a snowman.
Fuck no. It's not.
Oh yeah, there's her hair color. I don't think I got that yet.
It's red and a violet.
Her mother's is very similar. No.
No, mom's is brown.
Well.
That's brown.
Still, but hey, look over here. I wonder if your mom's scalp is red.
No, mine is though. But I'm bored out of my mother mind.
Maybe Ty wants to go out there and run some pups.
I ain't running. This fat bitch ain't gonna run.
Anyway, I'm gonna go slip the bibs back on. It warmed up a little bit for like half an hour and then got colder than it was this morning. So last I saw it was like, oh, we're 32 now? Mm-hmm. Shit, we warmed back up. And looking at the radar, when it quit snowing everywhere. Literally the whole state. So I thought that was kind of funky. Yes, I played. I didn't put anything on the blade, I just did it. Because after driving through here and down there and in and out of there, I figured if I put something on that edge, it wasn't gonna get through the stuff. And yeah, there's a little rock in it. Not the best setup, I think. A lot of it's just the fact that the machine has the back of it up too high. But for the time it took me to do all the way up the driveway and clean it up decent and clean up in front of the garage, that's staying there, so whatever comes down will get directed hopefully that way and not that way. I mean, I'd still be on the machine for another couple hours if it was with the bucket. Wouldn't be as much gravel and stuff, but anyway. And I thought Ty was gonna at least water for me. She was out with the pups and wandered around. And, oh no, she didn't do that. So I got to feed and water. She said the cows don't need much at the moment. I'll probably have to come out later and water, because really they haven't drank much today. That's all they've drank out of that one since this morning. And the other trough out there, that wasn't down low enough to bother turning the water on for this morning. So anyway, I think I'm going to call that a video. Ty did send me a clip of the pups running around. I don't know, maybe she got me on that thing. But you know, anybody that knows, let's see, that would be about even with the ground the way I'm holding the camera. It needs to be curled around further. I mean, it works good. Angle it and the snow slides off nicely, but just not perfect. Life in the fast lane. And I think I mentioned that Brooke sent some videos of Blakely playing in the snow, so I'll throw them on here at the end, I suppose. If I can figure my way through to get what Brooke sent me and put it on. Somebody got shit on your face, girl. And hey, I don't have to feed them hay. I don't think it's spread out pretty good. I don't think I got to feed them hay. And Ty came down here. There's the bale for here now. Ty came down here earlier while I was cleaning the feed barn. And these others over here didn't have any hay, so she Luckily there was a bale there. She fed them. She swore to God that she did not move a bale. She just put it in the feeder for them. And Becky drug these over. I set them up over there. She stacked them over here for me, because these will go to whoever's in this pen. 2 more over there. Leaves me room to get around to feed. They might have enough to make it till morning, especially if they pick off the ground. I might make them do that. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Hope you had a great Thursday. We'll see if their predictions come true and see if we get freezing rain and more snow tonight and tomorrow. And when I was in for lunch on the news, they were talking about a wreck in the Columbia Gorge. 100 plus vehicles, 6 of which were burning. At least they were keeping warm, right? I didn't hear anything about injuries, so I have no idea. You know, big enough, maybe national news will have it, and somebody can tell me, because I probably won't see it. So, stay tuned for puppies in the snow and Blakely in the snow.
Is that fun? Look, it's Ben's shoes. Look at Ben's.
Than yours. Here, look.
Nuggy. Nuggy, look at Ben's. Did you hear the birdie?
They better get inside.
Look at, she's trying to make the sound. Where's the birdie? Up there. There it goes. Yep.
One with the birds now.
Can you make the bird sound? Is it a birdie? Caw, caw. Are you going to make a snowman? A snowball? Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Come on.
Who's that?
There's a stranger.
Is that Ben?